Hey, this is Sebastian from the Metal Gods Meltdown, and I'm joined by...
I'm Peril from Phantom High.
It's great to be chatting to you this evening. But first up, can you please introduce me to your band and why the name Phantom High?
Sure. So in our band, I'm Peril, the singer. We have Seven, the guitarist, and we have Joey Prue on drums, and Blair is our bass player. Her last name is French. I'm not sure if she puts that on the site or not. I don't know. We're still working out some details there. But the name Phantom High, we were looking for kind of like, we're kind of fans of weird aesthetics and things like that. And one that we really like is like the Joker Gang type of vibe. And we were looking for something that had, you know, a retro 80s type of horror movie, but kind of campy as well at the same time. And during 2016, we were on an anime binge. We were in college, me and the guitar player, we went to school together. And we were on our spring break and binge watching a bunch of animes. And one of the ones we watched was Black Butler. And the last name of the main character was C.L. Phantom Hive, and that's Phantom Hive, as in like a beehive. But I misheard it, and I was like, "Oh my God, that is the coolest name!" Like for what we were, and I was so happy to find out that Phantom Hive wasn't the name of that character, and so I was like, "We're using this. This is us."
Which track would you play me to introduce me to your band?
Probably either Suicide or Exorcist. Black Divine as well, the one we did a video for. I really like that song as well. But I think my two favorite songs so far are Suicide and or Exorcist.
Black Divine is cinematic eye candy. When can we expect more videos and even an album from you guys?
We are working on concepts now for the next video because I think with the current paradigm that we're in as bands, and shows have gone away, with the exception of live streams, which I don't really find that dynamically pleasing to watch. There's missing a connectivity there. But that's our next thing is we're going to do another video, and I think that's how we're going to have to plot our course through 2021 is sporadic videos, maybe EPs, but at least sporadic singles.
That sounds great. Yeah, it's crazy days at the moment. You just couldn't make it up, could you? What made you decide to go down the glamcore route, and what's your favourite mask, or do you just have the one?
I've got a lot. I tried for a while. When we weren't touring, it was easy because we were doing a show every maybe month. And so I tried to have a different mask and completely different aesthetic each time we do a show. So I try and switch it up. I think my favorite one is the skull face one. It's a black background with a kind of a silver skull imprint on it. That's the most striking one that I think I've done to date.
Are you prepared to push the boundaries further on your next release? As I understand, Black Divine is one of your tamer tracks.
Yeah, definitely. It's I think I would, in retrospect, I would have went a different way with maybe another song, because, you know, we know ourselves very well, and so sometimes you don't think about that, and being the first impression, people, like, we use pop in our music kind of ironically, and it's almost sarcastic, but in retrospect, looking back at Black Divine, you might not know that is a statement in flamboyance. Like we're confident in what we do. So if we choose to use like an auto-tune, really pop Britney Spears, Lady Gaga type of thing in there, it's you know, sometimes it's ironic, sometimes it's just because we like it. But yeah, there's definitely a lot heavier material in our catalog, and that's probably what we'll do next. Kind of just make it so that people know we're going to do different stuff each time. So, like the Deftones do, or like Madonna did in her, when she was, one album would be one thing, one theme, and then the next album would be something completely different. And we're kind of studies of pop music in the sense of the greats, the people who have been hugely successful. I follow a lot of Max Martin's work and different songwriters and stuff like that in pop. So, we just kind of wanted to do something going in where we always liked when heavy bands did covers of pop songs. And so we decided that we were going to make our band, we were going to write our own pop songs and destroy them. And yeah.
Let's try and forget about COVID a bit and talk about live performances. When you do get back out live, what can we expect?
We were on our way up the chain. We were going to potentially, we had a UK tour to do last fall, and we're just growing our live show and our intensity. So the intensity's there. We just need to get back out. And, when we do get back out, it's going to be, we've had a lot of planning. We've done a lot of streamlining and focal work on, just live dynamics and our own playing and singing. And so we're going to be supercharged when we come out. We were already making a name for ourselves because of our live show. That was the thing we wanted to give people an experience. Just when I look back at some of my favorite stuff, and when I go before my time, when I look back at old Whiskey A Go-Go footage of Guns N' Roses, or, all of these bands that made huge impacts, and I see what they did live, and that was going into this, what I wanted to pursue. I wanted to just, when the curtain drops, just blow people's minds, and that's our strong point. So this is something that we're having to adjust to in 2021, because that's been our strong point. And, if you got to be in front of us during a show, you walked away being like, wow, I just saw something. And so trying to make that connection happen without being in front of people, that's our mission for 2021.
Yeah, I totally agree with you about live streaming, though it's difficult, isn't it? And let's hope that things start turning themselves around this year. Talking about like bands that you've like watched from the past for that, what would you say is the most memorable concert you've ever been to, other than your own?
Oh, wow. So I'm a kind of a late bloomer with Slipknot. I saw them a couple years ago for the first time live, when they were here with Korn. And that was just wow! What a clinic in entertainment that was. That was one of the best ones, as far as like where you cry because it's so good. I've seen Deftones on what tour would it? I think it was the Diamond Eyes tour, and they blew my mind. It sounded just like the album. The only thing I've heard like that before was when I was really young. I saw Def Leppard back in post-Hysteria days, but they were still kind of in their prime. They had just picked up Vivian Campbell, and that was really incredible.
Cool. So which three bands would be your ultimate touring buddies?
Oh, wow. If I had the choice, I think I would pick In This Moment, Motionless in White, and Korn.
Excellent. And of course, Monkey from Korn has made some nice comments about your work. How gratifying is that?
That I'm not gonna lie, I cried a little bit when my So I have a friend, and it's a really long story, and I won't subject you to it. But one of my best friends for a number of years was the tech for Korn. Was Ray Luzier's right hand man and their backup drummer. Ray called out because his wife was sick in Arizona a few years back, and Abel, my friend Abel, actually filled in for the drums on Korn in his. So he had to set the kit up and do all his own tech work, play the show, and then break the kit down after the show. And yeah, but so that's our connection. Whenever Korn comes into town, we usually hang with those guys. So that's pretty cool.
Awesome, man. That's absolutely amazing. Okay, next one. These are thinkers, these questions. You're stuck in quarantine for a year. Which musician, dead or alive, would you have with you?
Oh, hey. Well, I think, I would like to have Jonathan Davis, I think.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Great answer. Okay. Next one then. They get a bit strange now. Imagine having to give me the last thing you brought. What would the gift be?
It would probably was a Jellycat bunny.
Okay, can you tell me why we should check out Phantom High?
If you like theatrics, if you like the Alice Coopers and the Kisses and the bands that bring theatrics and all of that, that's definitely an aspect to check us out for live. Myself, I write a lot of the music, and I think our strength is in the music. So we're just basically looking for a vehicle to deliver what we want to say. So I think if you miss feeling attached to lyrics, if you want to hear stuff that is written cathartically or full of angst, I think we bring some of that back. That has been, there's angst for sure in a lot of other stuff, but the way we do it, I think, is kind of special. So I think we're our own thing. And if you like heavy music and you like pop music and you like theatrics, and I think that sells us.
Phantoms or being high?
I'd say Phantoms.
Cool.
Unless we're talking nighttime, and then if there's THC oil involved, I'm absolutely a part of that.
Lady Gaga or Slipknot?
Oh God, the metal community will hate me, but Lady Gaga, I love Lady Gaga.
Moose or bear?
Bear, definitely.
Okay, maple syrup or beer?
If there's egos involved, I'm going to go with maple syrup.
Donald Trump or Kermit the Frog?
Kermit the Frog.
Okay, do you have any final words for your fans and our listeners?
Finish it off by thanking people for showing interest and showing support, because right now, our currency is less money and more likes and positive comments, views, and every time somebody buys a song, every time somebody listens to us on Spotify, it's so huge for bands in our position. Like that's our bread and butter. So just emphasize that. And I would also like to thank you very much for having us, because this is equally as important. Nobody hears about us without you guys having us on. This is Peril from Phantom High, and you're listening to the Metal Gods Meltdown.
but the world to stay. But I can't die when I'm bleeding out, cause the bitch in the mirror's reviving me.